What I wanted to share with you today is what I call the process of manifestation. A lot of this information I've gotten, one from attending the Master Your Mind seminar at TF Ecker, and also reading a lot of other books on personal development, personal growth, etc. Now all of you have goals in life. This year is supposed to give you a formula to make it easier to hit your goals. More of the time, faster, easier, with less effort. So, how to get what you desire every time. The way to do that is, you have to follow 5 very important steps. A lot of us are struggling, a lot of us have struggled maybe in the past, or maybe in certain areas of our lives we struggle. And things don't seem to come that easy. And it is usually, most of the time, actually every time, is because people don't follow these steps. If you follow these steps, you will naturally end up getting the results. The first one, it must be important to you. A lot of people, when you desire something, they're like, yeah, it would be nice. Well, think about it. How much energy are you putting in? If you have a weak desire versus a strong desire, who do you think will get what they desire every single time ahead of the person that has a weak desire? I mean, the answer is obvious. Maybe some people are lucky sometimes, or maybe they follow one of the other 4 of these 5 steps better. But if you have a weak desire, if you don't have that burning desire, fat chance that you're going to accomplish what you want to do. The second thing is, it must be very clear. I would say here, 90% of the people, you can just kind of group them in here because they have absolutely no clarity. Because it is not taught to us in the right way. If you are not clear on what you want, how do you expect to end up there? You don't even know where you want to end up. Even like a lot of times when we do coaching, when we are like, where do you want to be at the end of the year? Visualize that. If you cannot visualize it, how can you get there? Versus people that can clearly visualize and say, by the end of the year, I want to have a residual income stream of this much. By the end of the year, I want to receive a bonus check of this much. By the end of the year, I want to be living here. By the end of the year, you get the drift. If you have a clear picture, it's that much easier. You're putting the right energy into it. And if you don't do that, don't be surprised if you're not getting the results that you desire. I don't know, my parents never shared their to-do list with them, their goal list, like where they want to be at the end of the year. My parents never did that. Imagine every parent did that every single year with all of their children. We would live in a different world. The third reason is, it must have a purpose. There must be a reason why. The stronger and more compelling the reason why, the easier the how. It's very simple. Think about somebody that is starving and has to do something to save their family or feed their family. They typically move over mountains, people like that, because they have a strong reason why. Same when you want to build a company, you must have a big purpose, a strong reason. That is what energizes the group. Now, you can have a strong reason why. Personal financial reason is fine. If you know that you exactly visualize yourself living in that dream home, because you want to provide that quality life for your family, that's okay. But you must have a purpose. If there's no reason to doing it, if you can't come up with it, there's no energy, no foundation. So that's the third reason. The next one is, and this one we talk about again and again and again, because it is so important. You must believe it. If you set a goal and believe you can't do it, forget it. Because the moment you hesitate, the moment you question on whether you can hit that goal, guess what you're focusing on? You're focusing on the lack of not being there. You're focusing on the struggle that it's going to be. You're focusing on the doubt. Anytime you do that, you send out the wrong energy. You send out the energy of not getting what you want. And then you attract the not wanting it. And what you really want is, you want to send out the energy of getting there. So you must develop that belief, that certainty, that knowing feeling. These are all obvious. And the interesting thing is, anytime I read an insightful book by really accomplished people, it could be Richard Branson, it could be Donald Trump, it doesn't have to be people in the New Age field. At the end of the day, they boil things down to common sense. This is not rocket science. Most of us are just too dumb to follow it, or too arrogant to follow it, or we are too busy struggling to slow down and just figure out where is our mental process so screwed up that we are in this position in the first place. The only way you break that is with conditioning. So you can get good conditioning or bad conditioning. Either way, it's going to be repetitive. And either way, you have to develop that. And that is why I keep emphasizing this. So if you say, I've heard this, well, great, good. I'm glad if you've heard this before. You need to hear it again until it just becomes automatic. Now the last one is you must have total commitment to the outcome. What does total commitment mean? It means I give 100%. Giving 100% means you never stop. You never give up. You are going to go over any obstacle, around any obstacle, no matter what. Most people just don't do that. They don't, maybe because of the other reason. Maybe they realize that I don't really care. Or it's just too hard. A lot of people give up in life. That is also what happens. This one here means you will never stop. If you have something that you care about, that you really believe in, that has a purpose, then be totally committed. You will always move towards that goal if you have that. It's simple, again, but it takes some work. But compared to the other things, here's something very, very interesting, and that I hope will really sink in. Did you notice that only one of these 5 ingredients is focused on actions? The first one, remember, to get everything you desire, it must be important, is that thoughts, feelings, or actions. If it's important, you're expressing feelings towards it, and you're expressing thoughts, you're thinking about it. But it has no actions in the outer world. It's all in here. That's it. Now the next one, it must be clear. Now clarity is vision. Clarity means you feel good about it versus feeling nervous about it. You're very clear with what you want. The next one, it must have a reason why. The reason why, again, has nothing to do with the actions. Walking around, walking in circles, this is not real. You cannot get a better reason by moving. No actions in the physical world will help you manifest that. But if you have a very good thought process of why you need to achieve that, if you feel really good about it, again, you're that much closer. Next one, you must believe in it. Have that knowing feeling in your gut. You have to believe in it with your mind. There's 5 critical elements. Most people, most of the time, focus only on the last one, which is they take actions in the outer world. This is where we all live. It's true. We all live in this outer world, and actions are everything. That is also true. You can't think your way to anything without taking action, massive action out here. You're gonna find yourself incredibly busy, incredibly hardworking, and struggling all the time. It's actually very simple. But the important thing is, when you look at that, you're like, oh, only one of these has anything to do with what I do, with the actions I take every day. That to me was really important, because for many years, I would just work hard. I wouldn't pay attention to this other stuff. And I said, that's okay, I'm smart enough, I'm just gonna work harder than other people, and everything else will kind of fall in its place. Well, now I think I have a better approach. I'm not lazy. But things come to me a lot easier because it now all fits. And when it all fits, suddenly whole new opportunities do open up, and suddenly you start getting results a lot faster than you ever have. But when you fix your mental processes and combine that with massive action, it becomes that much easier to get where you want. So that's it. Cool. Thanks.